We received a great question recently, which was, does it make sense to borrow from my life insurance policy if I can get a better rate somewhere else? For example, if I can take a loan from my life insurance policy at 5 or perhaps 6%, but then I can get a loan elsewhere for maybe 2 or 3%, what makes more sense? Well, there's no direct answer to say it always makes sense to borrow from our policy or always makes sense to borrow where the rate is better. What I like to do is look at the options. I mean, when I take a cash value life insurance policy, taking loans from it, the key benefit, in my opinion, is convenience. I request it, I get the funds, I pay it back however, whenever I want. Maybe I don't pay it back if I'm, for whatever reason. Point being, you're in complete ultimate control of everything with that policy loan. Unless you take the maximum loan out, then we will have to pay something back. But for the most part, the convenience factor is in my court as the policyholder. Versus a loan elsewhere, perhaps I can get a better interest rate. However, I'm on the lender's terms. Maybe it's an interest-only loan. Maybe I have to pay it back over 5 years, 20 years, whatever it might be. So rather than say one's better than the other, period, weigh it out. Do I want the flexibility, convenience of a policy loan? Maybe I'm used to leveraging other people's money, taking loans, I can get a better rate elsewhere, and I say, hey, I'll do that. I'm completely comfortable with the monthly payments to the lender, and if I'm not, I'll just borrow from my policy and pay that other loan off in that function. Point being is there's no one option that's necessarily better than the other. If I were to summarize, I would say a loan from an outside lender, I can get a much more favorable interest rate. However, I give up some control. I'm paying it back monthly, maybe it's interest only, whatever it might be, I am on the lender's terms. Versus a policy loan, I, as the policy owner, have control. I can pay it back on my terms. Maybe I decide to pay it back regimented, just like I would to an ordinary lender. I can do that kind of stuff too. So, does it make sense to borrow elsewhere for a better interest rate? Maybe. And if I want to maximize every penny, yes. But if I want more control and flexibility, maybe I stick with the policy loan. Hope this helps. Hey guys, Steve Parisi here. If you enjoyed the content you just saw, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for future videos. If you'd like more information or to see some custom policies for yourself, feel free to call or email our offices at the contact information below.